Hey everyone, my name is Justin Gao. I am an application and QA engineer here at KETIV Technologies. And today we have a very neat tool that we would like to share with you guys today. It's called Easy UCS. So a little introduction on myself. Like I said, I am a application and QA engineer at KETIV. I work mainly on the delivery team where I do a lot of content creation for automation, specifically a lot of design automation projects where I will design out parts and make them ready for automation with iLogic, external APIs, etc. And then also for the QA engineering portion, what I do is I test a lot of automation projects that leave and go to the customer, make sure we catch all the issues before the customer catches them. And my background is in mechanical engineering. I went to Cal Poly Pomona. So one thing I do want to say is that we are really, really close to reaching 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. So please like, subscribe. It doesn't hurt. It's free. And it really helps us out in the long run. So you guys can go over to our YouTube page, KETIV Technologies, give us a subscribe. It lets us know that you like what we are creating. So a little overview of what is Easy UCS and why Easy UCS. So Easy UCS was designed and came out in 2020. A developer on our team by the name of Christine Bonney, she created that tool for one of our design automation customers because they had a very complex assembly that they wanted to reuse for automation. But the problem was that we couldn't predict where the origin point was because when they made it, it was always in a different place every single time, depending on which engineer had their hands on the assembly. So with Easy UCS, we were easily able to place a origin point essentially with a bunch of different planes and axes. So we can say, hey, at this point right here, we want to pick it up and be able to place it at that same point every single time. So where does this come into play? Like I said, if you have a assembly that has an unpredictable origin point, you can use the tool, drop in a UCS, and it comes with all the coordinate points. You can easily use those as your placement planes. Other places I've seen people use it is like in the HVAC industry, they will use the Easy UCS, or they'll use a UCS to show the direction of airflow. So that's another way to do it. All right. So how do you get this tool? First off, it's free. We'd like to give it to you guys so you guys can play around with it, see how you like it. And there's 3 ways you guys can install it. First way is through a web page. And then we also offer an installer file as well as a zip file. So if you're not able to run the installer, you guys could take the zip file and throw it into the correct destination. So I'll show you guys how it's done here. So if we get out of this PowerPoint, I'm going to go ahead and download the installer file as well as the zip file. And then this is the web page that it lands on. You can get the Inventor Add-In right here. So if we go to the File Explorer, let's take a look at where these have landed. So I have 2 zips files right here. So I'm going to go ahead and extract both of them just to show you guys. So we'll extract that one. And then we will extract this guy. So let's go ahead and run the installer first. So if I double click on the installer down here, it is going to show up with this form right here. And we're going to go ahead and press click and install. And this way, if you run the installer, it'll throw all the files exactly where you need to have it. You don't have to worry about navigating there and putting it in the right place. If you want to go down the road of the zip file, what we'll do is make sure that you want to go to this file path right here. I already have it saved on the side, but I'll walk you guys through it. You want to make sure you go to Program Data, Autodesk, Inventor Add-ins. If you don't see Program Data as a file option under your C drive, you might have hidden files put on. So you make sure you check that you want to be able to see the hidden files. And then in here, the installer throws it right here. It's called Easy UCS. If I double click it, you're going to see that there's a couple of DLLs in there that are associated with Easy UCS, as well as down the road, if you need to uninstall it, install a new version, there's an uninstall that you could run and it'll just delete everything there. So if you go down the path of the zip file, you can just copy it and then paste it in this location right here. And you will have the same exact files, just without the uninstall tools. All right, and that's all you need to set it up on your machine. Now, in order to set it up in Inventor, let's go ahead and open up Inventor. So in Inventor, we're going to go ahead and go into the Tools tab, and there's going to be a button that's called Add-ins. When we press on Add-ins, we're going to scroll down, and we're going to see our tool called Easy UCS here. Sometimes it comes in looking like this, where it's blocked. We want to make sure that we unblock it, and we always want to load it automatically, and always check loaded, unloaded, and we're going to go ahead and press OK. So now let's go ahead and open up an assembly that we want to put Easy UCS in. So let's go ahead and open up this AC representation right here. So if we're looking at this assembly right here, I'm going to go ahead and show you the center point. And when I press on the center point, you're not going to really see where that is. But if I show it to you from a top down view, you're going to see that it's somewhere off in the middle of nowhere, somewhere that we're not really expecting it. And the first thing with automation is that we love predictability. The more predictable a model is, the easier it is to manipulate it to do exactly what you want it to do. So that's where it is. Here are the planes. If I highlight them, so you can see that some are really random. And in the case of very, very complex assemblies, you don't want to remake your assembly to put the origin point where you want it. So this is where the tool comes in. So at the top on the ribbon, you're going to see that you have something called KETIV utilities. If we go ahead and click on there, you're going to see a tool that's called Easy UCS. If I click on the tool, you're going to see a form that pops up like this. And let's go ahead and click on the question mark. So on the question mark is a little about box about Easy UCS. So you have a version number right there, and then you have our logo. So down the road, if issue arises and we make iterations to this tool, you're going to see this version number change to a newer date. And that newer date will indicate that, hey, the tool has been updated. It's a newer one. And this is what this about page is for. If we go ahead and press OK, you're back into the tool. And the tool is actually very easy to use. So let's say I want to pick up, I want to show the flow of air. And how I show it is the x-axis shows the positive flow of air. So if I want the air to come back from this AC unit to the front, I want to show the x-axis pointing this way. So let's go ahead and choose an origin. And when you click on the origin, it's asking for a point. So I'm going to just snap it in this corner right here. And now it's going to ask you for your x-axis. So what direction do you want your x-axis to point? Choose the plane that you want it to point into. So I want it here. And then my y-axis, I just want it pointed upwards. So I have those three selections. You're going to see the colors change. And when I press create, you're going to see that my x-axis is pointing in the direction of the air that I want. So if I do a little drawing, it looks like it's going this way. All right. So that's one meaningful way of doing UCS. The other way I was talking about was with creating new points so you could use it to constrain to. So if I open up my Easy UCS tool again, let's just say I want to pick up these melting holes at the bottom. So if I select my origin, you're going to see that I'm not able to pick up the center of that hole because there's no point. What we can do is we could throw a sketch on there. And it's going to take me to a random place. I'm going to go back to that hole, and I'm going to go ahead and project the geometry on that. And then I will get out of this sketch. And then when I get out of the sketch, I can go ahead and go back into my tool. And if I select my origin point, I can pick up that projected geometry because it's going to recognize that. And let's just say I'm going to have my x-axis pointed out this way, and then I want my y-axis pointing upwards. So I'm going to go ahead and select this plane, press create, and it picks up that hole. If I wanted to pick up the rear hole as well, what I could do is go back into my sketch here, and I can project this geometry back here and assign my easy UCS one more time. Select my origin, select the direction of the x-axis, select the direction of the y-axis. Press create, and now you're going to see I have 3 meaningful points to pick up for constraint, as well as showing the airflow out of my air conditioner. So when we go into another assembly, for example, let's see, you're going to see I have a mounting block here. If I go ahead and say, hey, you know what, let's place the AC in here. I could use the UCS that are assigned because they come in as features now, and I can assign them and constrain them to the UCS that are existing on this mounting block. So to show you guys, we'll go ahead and open up the constrain, and I'll go UCS1 to UCS2, and I'll select center point to center point, and you're going to see that now my holes are aligned on there. And I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the back. And that way you can fully constrain your parts to UCS and not have to rely on the origin point or the original origin point of this AC. So one more thing that I do want to show you guys is if you're doing a lot of automation, one tool that was very, very useful is Nifty Attributes. That's a tool that Brian Eakins released. And if you have this tool, our user coordinate systems come in with some tags on there that you could call on in external API to figure out, hey, I have this point, can I use it? And pick up the planes and all that stuff from there. So very, very useful tool. Some of you guys might ask, hey, Justin, if you go to the 3D model tab under work features, there is a UCS tool there. Why did you guys create a tool? One of the reasons why we created the tool because we didn't like the way the UCS tool interacted at an assembly level. The part level UCS tool is fantastic, works really easily, great out of the box. But the UCS tool at the assembly level was kind of hard to use, hard to understand. It doesn't really tell you much. So if we press it here, it just says, hey, drag UCS to locate. Doesn't give you a lot of information. So we created the easy UCS tool to interact very similarly to the part level. So if we open up a part, for example, you're going to see that there isn't a KETIV tab on the top for easy UCS. It's only going to be found at the assembly level. All right, so that's how easy UCS works. Like I said, these are the locations that you can find them at. You can find them on the web page, the installer file, or the zip file. And we do have the option to give you guys the source code. If that's something that you guys really want, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to kind of help you guys get those source code. And one thing we do want to let you guys know is that the source code is in C#. So if that's something you guys are familiar with, great. But that's something to note. So if that's something you guys are looking for, source code, feel free to reach out to me here. This is my email. Contact us at KETIV. Connect with us on LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn file right here. Be more than happy to assist you in any ways.